to two of the stops.
Yeah.
But you were there for the Mayweather-Pacquiao tour. You were there for the Canelo tour.
Yeah.
De La Hoya.
Yeah.
How does it compare to those?
Not even close. I think if you combine them all three, not even close. Because you got to remember, not one of them guys were doing any trash talking. Not that trash talking is an important element of, but people talk trash in basketball, football. I mean, you put a mic on a guy, and you'd be surprised what goes on at the line of scrimmage, what goes on the court. You know, that's what being competitive is all about. The top tier athletes, that's what they do. They competitors. You know, Michael Jordan went at it with everybody. They say he was the biggest trash talker, but a lot of people didn't know that. He get you on the court and he say he gonna do this, and he get in your head. And it's no different from fighters. They believe they're confident in their abilities, but McGregor, he talks the talk, but he can back it up.
Yesterday, what'd you make of what happened?
Because it's funny to me. It's funny to me because I haven't seen nobody do this before. I haven't seen nobody do this before, and he's very good at it. And I don't call it trash talking. I just think he's just being who he is. He's a loudmouth guy who's very confident. But you know, I was always a fan. When I say a fan, I mean I like what he does. He talk the talk, but when he gets in there, you see them guys, they fall out. They fall out, and they're very good fighters that he's fighting. You know, it just happens to be in a different sport. But again, in boxing, it comes down to timing and inches. Timing and inches. We always have to remember that. And again, there's not one single media member in here that picked Jeff Horn to beat Manny Pacquiao, regardless of whether they say, oh, it was this and that. How is he even competitive with Manny Pacquiao for 12 rounds and it goes to the judges? How is that possible? When not one of you guys in this room and all over the world were picking this guy. That's what gives guys that extra motivation, and you don't know what's in this man's heart. And like I said, any damn thing can happen. Obviously I've been with Floyd, so I can recall it might have been it wasn't Jesus Chavez. It was another fight. Floyd hurt both of his hands in the fight where he fractured.
Yeah, he had to take a knee.
Yeah, and what happens if Floyd comes out in the first or second round and he cracks him upside his head with a right hand and he fractures his right hand? And then in the next round, he comes out and he does the same thing with his left hand. What happens?
That'd be a nightmare scenario for you guys, but that hasn't happened in a long time.
Okay, well, guess what? That's the reality. Anything can happen. So that's why you just have to train as hard as you can, put in your best work, and you know it's going to be what it's going to be. But we're very confident in Floyd's abilities. Like, why shouldn't we be? You know, but you got to watch Conor McGregor. You really got to keep your eye on him. Who doesn't call out Floyd? Who doesn't call out Floyd? I mean, who hasn't called out Floyd?
Leonard, I do want to know this, you know, in terms of Floyd mentally, where is he at this point compared to when he was in camp against Berto?
I think that he's a guy that's trying to get to where he wants to get to. I think that, you know, it's taking him a minute to kind of get back in the groove. Anytime you haven't done anything in 2 years, you know, I think it just takes a minute to kind of get back in the groove. Because your body's sore a lot and your timing's definitely going to be off. And, you know, Floyd is such a perfectionist. You know, if he considers himself having a bad day in the gym, it's just maybe he might got caught with a shot. But it's just that has elevated him to be the superstar that he is because he's a perfectionist. You know what I mean? He's a perfectionist. And all it takes in boxing is one shot and, you know, you can get a guy out of it.
Say another opportunity comes up that's just as big as this fight. You knowing Floyd for as long as you've known him, do you think he might take the bite again, or absolutely 110% he's told you, know what, Leonard, this is too much. I don't want to do this anymore. This is it.
No, I'm 100% confident this is definitely his last. I don't think he wants to go through the grueling. And it's like, what for what?
Money, a lot of money.
But it's like, you know, he's very comfortable. He's set for life, and You know, what more else do you have to prove? He's past the going, oh, this guy calling him out. I mean, what y'all want to see him fight till he's 80?
I'd like to see him fight Thurman. I think that'd be a great fighter. Spence.
That don't mean nothing. Them guys are excellent fighters. They're young, and I wish them the best. And they're going to be around for a very long time. Very good fighters, though. All of those young guys.